My son said I ruined his life by being too supportive. So, I stopped. When my 16-year-old son Marcus told me I was the reason he couldn't make friends, I laughed. When he said my cringe positivity was destroying his social life, I thought he was joking. When he screamed that I had ruined everything by being too involved, I finally heard him. So I did exactly what he asked. I stopped. Easy. Incident. It started at his basketball game. I'd been going to every single one since he was 7. Front row, homemade sign with his jersey number, cheering louder than any other parent. That Tuesday night game, I was doing my usual thing, jumping up when he made a shot, yelling encouragement when he missed. After the game, Marcus didn't come find me like usual. I waited by the car for 20 minutes before he finally showed up, earbuds in, face red with what I thought was exertion. It wasn't. We need to talk, he said, not looking at me. In the car, he unleashed everything. Every embarrassing moment I'd caused. Every time I'd tried too hard. How his teammates called him Mama's boy Marcus. How a girl he liked had asked if I was his emotional support parent. How the guys made fun of his lunch notes. Yes, the encouraging little messages I'd been putting in his lunch since elementary school. You don't get it, Mom, he said, voice breaking. I can't breathe. You're always there. At every game, every practice, always asking about my day. Always wanting to know my feelings. None of the other parents are like this. You're suffocating me. Yoi? Andy. The words hit like a physical blow. But what he said next was worse. I don't have any friends because of you. Everyone thinks I'm weird because my mom is so much. I wish you'd just be normal and leave me alone like everyone else's parents. Nah. Wendy, decision? I didn't sleep that night. I'd spent 16 years being the parent I wished I'd had. My mom had been distant, critical, never showed up to anything. I'd promised myself I'd be different. Present, supportive, involved. And apparently I'd overcorrected straight into helicopter parent territory. The next morning, I made a decision. If Marcus wanted space, I'd give him space. If he wanted a normal parent who wasn't too much, fine. I'd show him what that looked like. Week 1, radio silencing. No more lunch notes. I made his lunch, turkey sandwich, apple chips, and put it in a brown bag. No message. No heart drawn on the napkin. When he came home from school, I didn't ask about his day. Homework done? Yeah, okay. No basketball game that week, but there was practice. I didn't ask how it went. Dinner was quiet. I asked if he wanted seconds. That was it. By day 3, Marcus was looking at me weird. By day 5, he asked if I was mad at him. No, I said. Just giving you what you asked for. Space. 9. Week 2. The test aimed. His phone broke. He dropped it in the toilet. Don't ask. Usually I'd have handled it immediately, taken him to get it fixed, maybe even surprised him with an upgrade because I'm too supportive. Instead, I said, that's rough. You'll need to save up to get it fixed. 9. What? Mom, I need my phone. I'm sure you'll figure it out. The look on his face was priceless. And heartbreaking. He had a big English paper due. Normally I'd have proofread it, talked through his ideas with him, made sure he was on track. This time, when he left it printed on the kitchen counter, I walked right past it. He got a CI. His first C in English ever. You didn't even look at my paper, he said, accusatory. You didn't ask me to. I shouldn't have to ask. I just shrugged. I'm being normal. This is what normal parents do. Even. Week 3, the unraveling. His basketball team made it to semifinals. Big game. Huge. I didn't go. Instead, I went to Target, took myself out for coffee, enjoyed the silence. When he got home, they'd won, by the way. He found me watching TV. You didn't come. You said I was embarrassing. Thought you'd play better without me there. News, Naya. We won. That's great, honey. The next day, his coach called me. Is everything okay? Marcus seemed really off last night. Kept looking at the stands. Daddy, why you me? I didn't know what to say. Week 4. The breaking point is, it was his birthday. Usually I'd go all out, themed breakfast, surprises throughout the day, invite his friends over, make his favorite dinner, embarrassing childhood photos displayed, the works. This year, happy birthday at breakfast. A card with a gift card inside. Let me know if you want to order pizza for dinner. That was it. He stared at the card for a long time. This is it? What else would you like? I don't know. Never mind. No, Stranger. That night I heard him crying in his room. I stood outside his door, hand on the knob, fighting every instinct I had. He wanted space. I was giving him space. Conversation. The next morning, Marcus came downstairs at 6 a.m. I was having coffee, heading to work early. Mom? Yeah? Yeah. I'm sorry. I waited. I didn't mean. I didn't want this. He gestured vaguely at the space between us. I just wanted you to maybe tone it down a little. Not disappear completely. Not on. I took a sip of coffee. You said I ruined your life. That you couldn't make friends because of me. One. I was angry. I was embarrassed. But I didn't want you to stop being my mom. Nay. I'm still your mom. Are you though? Because for the past month, you've been like a robot. You don't ask me anything. You don't care about anything. You didn't even come to the biggest game of the season. You said. I know what I said. Tears were streaming down his face now. And I was wrong, okay? Everyone kept asking where you were. Tyler said his mom is annoying too, but at least she shows up. Jordan said, at least I had a mom who cared enough to embarrass me. And I realized I'd rather have a mom who's too much than a mom who's not there at all. Now is Carolyn introducing. I'd be lying if I said I didn't cry too. I told him about my mom. How she never came to anything. How I'd scored the winning goal in soccer once and looked up to find empty stands. How I'd promised myself my kids would never wonder if I cared. But I went too far the other way, I admit it. You were right about some of it. The signs were probably too much. The lunch notes at 16. Maybe that was overkill. Oh. I like the lunch notes, he said quietly. I just wanted you to maybe make them less colorful. Like maybe just a normal sticky note instead of the ones with glitter and hearts. We both laughed through our tears. Compromise. We came up with rules. Boundaries. I could come to games but would sit in the middle of the stands, not front row. I could cheer but would keep it parent level, not superfan level. Lunch notes were okay but had to be subtle. A simple have a good day on a plain post-it, inside the lunch bag where no one could see. I could ask about his day, but had to accept fine as a complete answer sometimes. He promised to actually tell me when he wanted to talk instead of expecting me to pry it out of him. Most importantly, we both acknowledged what we'd learned. There's a balance between being too involved and not involved enough. And finding that balance requires communication, not silence. We in the aftermathing. 3 months later, Marcus asked if I wanted to come to his game early to meet his girlfriend. Apparently, she thought it was really sweet how much I cared. Apparently, her parents never come to anything, and she was jealous. Last week, I found a note in my purse. On a plain sticky note in his handwriting, thanks for caring. Even when I'm a jerk about it. Love you, Mom. I still have it. Because here's what I learned. Kids don't always know what they want. Sometimes they push away the people who love them most because they're testing boundaries, figuring out who they are, trying to seem independent. And sometimes, as parents, we have to let them push us away a little. But disappearing isn't the answer. Being normal isn't the answer. The answer is being present enough to catch them when they fall, but far enough back that they have room to fly. Even if they occasionally crash into the toilet with their phone. Coins. Real ending. I'm not perfect. I still probably cheer too loud sometimes. I still occasionally bring snacks to practice, but I stay in the car now. I still worry I'm doing it all wrong. But Marcus has friends now. Real ones. And sometimes they come over and raid the fridge, and one of them once said, "Dude, your mom is actually pretty cool." Marcus rolled his eyes. But he was smiling. And that's all I ever really wanted. Oral of the story. Sometimes the thing your kids complain about is the thing they'll miss most. But also, sometimes they have a point. The trick is figuring out which is which. 1. And maybe investing in a waterproof phone case. Nyalin.